everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Confidence is never a question when it comes to wide receivers, and these two are no different. It's Green's Bengals going up against Macklin's Ravens.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Got it complete to West. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Ready? Like 5-4, like 5-4.
Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard at the 23. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Bradford to throw it. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down following the run. The play clock's running down. So that'll back him up 5. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Green will come in motion right. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. That is scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
In motion right here, Boyd. A toss play to Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Again, it's Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Bradford And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Devon Kennard in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48.
Left. Hey, here we go. 4 down.
They begin here with a run by West. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll run again here with West. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Bree's going to throw. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. This is West. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's West. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, they go with Dixon. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Dixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens are in for 6. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Bradford on second down. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll run here with Mixon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Bradford. And caught right side, Green. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll run it with West. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Easy.
Now West. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A 1st down throw for Bradford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. 2nd down, Bradford. Going deep downfield for Ross. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he ges past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Green brings it in. And down he goes just beyond the 35. But that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And the Bengals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the toss, Mixon. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On first down, Breeze eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and it's second down. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Breeze. Escaping, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jordan Willis in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. He's going to loft one deep over the... Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. To throw, it's Breeze. A quick hitter complete. It's Wallace. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The Ravens on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to air one out. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down following the run. Now they run with Mixon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They start on the ground with West. Oh, and now West lost the football. It's out. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second.
Ready. 5-5-5.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Back now in Baltimore. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Here's Breeze to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wallace. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Here's Breeze. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now Breeze on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Now Mixon. Room here to run. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Play clock winding down. And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Bradford. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
In motion right comes Green. Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First carry for Giovanni Bernard. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty. Looking to throw on second down. Bradford. And he slings one that's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time running out here on the play clock. Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty move. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
53,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football, but the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Breeze now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Following the interception, Bradford to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Eifert, the man in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he comes through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Without a doubt. The way this one's gone, they didn't want to take any chances in overtime if they could help it. And that was one heck of a pressure-filled kick.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it down. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, But what a game all the way through.
So for Cincinnati, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.